That wasn't meant to happen just yet, as you can probably tell, because I was absolutely not ready. But Leeds United are set to face off against Swansea City this coming weekend, which I think could be a very, very interesting game of football that finally gets us back to the good stuff, gets us back to club stuff, which I've been really looking forward to for quite a while now. Like it's been some time, and that time is now over, and we can feel happy about it. So in this quick little stream, I'm going to be taking a deep dive through what we expect to happen in this match, some little bits and bobs about what Swansea City are doing at the moment, what Leeds United are doing at the moment, and the sort of direction in which we're heading, and all that kind of stuff, all that kind of shambles, all that kind of malarkey. But before I do get into all of that, I need to say a very, very quick thank you to our sponsor, which is Match Bingo. You can check them out at the QR code down there to download one of their match cards. And I'm just going to do a quick little explainer video in which I need to do a quick bit of reading just to make sure that everything works out okay. So give me a minute, wish me luck, and if I get this wrong, I get this wrong. Match Bingo is a new and exciting way of watching football in which you can get yourself a bingo card and every in-play action can be as big as a goal. You watch your cards fill up in real time, and once it does so, you can win cash prizes for 1 line, 2 lines, and a full house. But please remember, gambling does involve risk, and please only gamble with funds that you can comfortably afford to lose. If you have any concerns, visit gambleaware.com, which I've put in my description down below, just because I feel like I've got a duty of care over the people that watch this stuff. And yeah, I want to make sure that everyone's doing okay. So, with all that said, we got to get a little bit into the Swansea City match, in which Dr. Cox has simply said, lamb to the slaughter. And that's how I imagine Swansea City will be feeling in this match. Because coming out of the international break, we've had some good news, we've had some bad news. The good news specifically being that Willy Gnonto is fine-ish. Had a bit of a knock. He's now 50-50 as to whether or not he'll actually make it into the lineup for this game, which isn't ideal, I'll be honest with you. But there is something a little bit more ideal, and that is the status of Ethan Ampadu. Everyone was sort of coming into this like, is Ethan going to be okay? Are we in trouble here? Good, bad, middle, I don't know. But Daniel Farke's press conference said that basically he's been training with the squad for the last 2 weeks, which is very good. In that same press conference, he said that anyone that is training with the team is eligible to be picked with the team, whilst specifically he was referring to Harry Gray there. I think it is a bit of a hint about Ethan Ampadu's status. So he will definitely at least be in the squad for Saturday. It just sort of depends on what his role is going to be. So my predicted lineup for this match goes as follows, if I can hide that comment for a moment. I'm going to go with Ilham Melier. 1 second. There we go. I got a nice little spot now. I'm going with Ilham Melier starting in net, just because you do, because that's what happens in the squad at the moment. Joe Rodon and Pascal Struijk in front, because I think they're a reasonable enough centre-back partnership, with Bogle and Firpo retaining their positions out at full-back. More specifically, wing-back. More specifically, basically wingers. I love the way that they do their stuff. In midfield, I've gone for a little bit of a change. Normally, we like to do Tanaka Rothwell, and I do quite like Rothwell in the middle of the park. But I think Ampadu definitely comes back in, because he gives us a lot more control, gives us a decent amount of leadership, and I just think he plays a very big role in this side. I've paired him with Tanaka here, because Tanaka is borderline undroppable for us, and I think Tanaka will take that more advanced role that Joe Rothwell tends to. If this doesn't pay off, then absolutely I can see us sort of reverting to type and saying, okay, cool, that's not paid off, we'll bring in Rothwell, but I see that being the middle pairing. Brendan Aronson keeps his spot in the 10 because Willy Gnonto is a doubt anyway, and I think this 2 weeks of rest will have been fantastic for Brendan Aronson. Gotten his fitness back, gotten him nice and healthy and ready to go. On the wings, I've got Mana Solomon and Dan James. They both played a lot of football during the international break, but they played it to a very good standard. And whilst Largi is a very good player, I'm not convinced he's going to start this late into the season. Up top, gone with Joel Peru, just because I think that is the choice that makes sense here. He's had a couple of weeks of break. He said in an Instagram post himself that he's absolutely personally focused on getting Leeds promoted. So I think to drop him after that would be a very, very weird call. In terms of the bench, as you can tell by the filler text right here, who knows? Bit of filler text, depends on who's fit, but I imagine we'll see Rothwell and Gruev on there just to give us a couple of options in terms of the midfield. And now we can return to the middle of the screen. Hello, people. So yeah, that was a quick little graphic. Let me know if you liked the graphic, and I'll do them for future events. I'm working on graphics for all sorts of things at the minute, so who knows. But yeah, I'm more than happy to do that. Going beyond that, we need to look a little bit at how the two sides have been playing. I'll dip into comments between things as well, so it's completely fine. Sam Chambers, I hope, gets minutes. Right, this is where we get a little bit of confusion, right? Because I want Sam Chambers to play as much as the next guy. I quite like Sam Chambers. I like youth players getting to sort of break in. But we are currently a squad in which there are arguments around Laji Ramazani potentially breaking in. And if he's able to, fantastic. If he's not able to, everyone gets a bit mad. If he's not getting into the side, Laji, then it feels a bit too much of a push to get Sam Chambers in there. I think we need players injured for Sam Chambers to get minutes. And the headphones are Steel Series Arctis Nova Pros. It's great. Normally, I'm not a wireless kind of person, but this has like a spare battery, so you don't have to spend ages having it on charge, and there's no need to plug it in, so it's all good. I do think Chambers on the bench if Nanto isn't risked, though. I do agree with that. 1 second. But... And Matt, I'm not ignoring your comment. I'm saving it for when we do a little bit of chat in a moment's time. But for me, I'm going to ignore that one for now, only Leeds Bros. I'll get to that one in a minute. Having a look at the way that Swansea have been playing recently, I feel kind of good. So looking at their recent results, the third round of the FA Cup they played on... Never mind, I'll go before that. New Year's Day. They played against Portsmouth, and they lost 4-0. And before this, they've been doing okay. They'd just beaten Luton, QPR, a couple of losses to Hull and Sunderland, fine. But then before that, they've beaten Plymouth, they've beaten Derby, draws with Portsmouth and Luton. Lower end of the table form, but form that isn't going to get you relegated. And then 3-0 loss to Cardiff, 2-1 loss to Sheffield United, 5-1 to Norwich, 2-0 to Coventry. They beat Bristol, but 1-0 loss to Sheffield Wednesday, 3-1 loss to Stoke City. Beat Blackburn, draw with Preston, beat Middlesbrough, but 1-0 loss to Watford, 2-0 loss to Burnley, and then the international break. For me, Swansea City are on a very, very poor run of form, and even when they are winning games, they are not doing so especially convincingly, which is why we're in a sort of position where I think it will show that if we do go on a run, and we win this match confidently and comfortably, we can be very, very happy. And I think winning this will put us in the right direction overall. Losing this, things start to go a little bit bad for a variety of reasons, because it shows there's not tons of confidence. It shows that we didn't come back from the international break very well. And it shows the fans that we've got something to be scared about. And you know that when the fans in the ground get a little bit scared, that fear is going to spread and seep its way out. And let's be honest, online gets scared first. But that fear is what slowly goes in to the fans in the stadium. And from that point, it gets itchy, unpleasant, not good. But I do think we'll win this. I think we've got more than enough skill to do so, because I just think their backline isn't quite good enough. Their backline struggles quite a lot. I'll head to the season-long stats. Where are you, Swansea? Okay, there it is. So Swansea have conceded a mid-table number of goals, but in terms of XG conceded, they've conceded more than that. They should have conceded 50. They have conceded 49, but it's roughly the right kind of numbers. But they're not where they need to be. Their biggest issue, though, is going forwards. Scored 38 this season, which not too awful. It's not a good number in the slightest. They are currently never mind, they are the 4th worst attacking team in the league. But a lot of that comes down to finishing. A lot of that comes down to their shots just don't go on target. They'll create good opportunities, have a go, and miss. And that's not really a position that you want to be in, and that's a position that they keep putting themselves in. Which is spooky. Gonna hop through some of the comments. Hello, Joe. Can't wait to score a free kick on you in the Curry Cup. That is absolutely not going to happen. And if it comes to it, I will pick the teams so you don't. No, I think we're planning on doing a big old draft thing, which should be very fun. I'll ping you a message about it afterwards, but remind me, and then I'll make sure that I message you after the fact. This is rude, but I doubt this. And I know, on reality, I know I'm not a good goalkeeper. The last time I goal kept in a full-size net, I conceded 12. But that's because it was our first time playing together as a team of 11. And we got absolutely pumped. The referee was not helpful. Like, there was one time where, from a corner, their corner taker was about to take it. The guy in the box deliberately stamped on my foot. I went down because it fucking hurt. And the referee just ignored it and was like, I'm right. Ball's not in play. If you don't want to give a foul, you don't have to give a foul. But I have been, like, kicked to the ground here. Give me a little bit of credit. But that's not the world that we live in. It's fine. Thank you, Baby Zebra, for being a member for 14 months. That is colossally appreciated. I think you were my second member, because I remember you being mad at that because Hannah beat you to it. And thank you, Only Leeds Bros, for being a member for 2 months. 2 months being the number of goals I'm going to score against you guys, which is fun. Notice Farke listening to me. I've been saying for weeks and weeks all our home games will be when we go up as champions. I think we do. I think we're currently on 78? 80 points, yeah. But win all the home matches, that's 82. Beyond that, not 82, that's 92. And then you've got 4 matches to do whatever you want with. And let's say win one of those, draw 2. It's 97 points. If you don't go up on 97, something's gone wrong. But win every home match and we're good. We're completely fine. We're happy with it. But that's where it gets a bit spooky. Don't you? No. Also, please do me a favor and check the big chat where I put the big message, because I need you to have seen that. If that's okay. I need everyone to have seen that. Thank you. The same applies for any other content creators that might be hanging about in the chat right now and not talking. Please react to said message to inform me that you know what I have said, because important. Where are we? Oh God, you're having a meltdown. The only way I'll get nervous is if we draw or lose a home game. Yeah, that's where it gets spooky. So I've got tickets for Preston, which is good. Looking forward to Preston, which should be fine. It's beyond that match, because I think Preston will... No, Preston's a scary one, isn't it? I'm in the northwest corner for that, but could be spooky. And then is Stoke, and then is Bristol, and ideally... Wait, Stoke at home? We got 3 home matches in a row. That feels wrong. Either way, I'm trying to get messages to those. No, it's not in a row because there's Oxford in there. I read that wrong. Yeah, I'm doing my best to get to all 3 remaining home matches. So anyone that's going to those, come and say hi if you like. But it's scary. I think the home matches are where we need to pick up the majority of the points. If we don't do so, then we've got some work to do away from home, and having work to do away from home is not good. One second. I know you've seen it, Baby Zebra Games. I used you as the test as to whether it made sense. If Osmajic is playing for Preston, Leeds fans need to be hostile towards him. He's very easy to get under the skin of, which is a good thing. I'm really sort of looking forward to us managing to annoy them. Sorry, are my headphones low on battery, or have they just died? They've just died. 1 second. This is the issue with wireless headphones. Sometimes they just go away. They just stop being headphones, which is nice. Joe appears to be quietly confident, to be fair. Which Joe? Me, Joe, or other Joe? Because I'm not quietly confident. I'm an optimist. Oh, hello. Head bump. Sorry. I had a shower right before hopping on stream. I did my best to get it dry. But I've done a head bump without realising, which is not fun. That way around? What's that way around? I don't think it matters. It matters. It matters. It always matters. Of course it matters. Stupid. There we go. Joe needs a trim. Joe is getting a trim. But Joe is heading to a wedding on the 2nd of May, which is really annoying because I just realised it is the day before the Plymouth match. So I'm in a wedding in Bury on the 2nd of May. We're kicking off at lunchtime on the 3rd. So I'm going to have to work out what's going on with that because it's scary. And if it's a match that matters, I kind of want to be able to watch it. But in terms of getting a trim, I'm waiting until a good time to like have had the trim plus 4 weeks. Like, what's the right time before a wedding to get a haircut so your hair looks best at the wedding? It's a good question, and it's a question that I need the answer to, and I don't have the answer to it, which isn't good. Leeds 8 games remaining all winnable, but we're Leeds United. We are a bit Leedsy, but we are Leedsy because of the history that we've had, but that history is with other players, with other managers, and we will eventually get there. We just can't let the existing fear that us fans have by our nature sort of spread to the players, because once that happens, it gets spooky. 2 weeks. Okay, we're going 2 weeks. Which means that you guys have to go until Oxford without me having had a haircut. I might push it to 3 weeks. I might have it before Preston. No, but if I have it before Preston, then I've got haircut fresh going into a match day. Big questions that aren't relevant. But we're going to have a little bit of a chat about the match itself now. How are we all feeling? I'm going to run a very fast poll, I think. I do love a good poll. Come on, Paul. Just work for me. But yeah, let's have a little bit of a natter about everything, shall we? Hey, weddings, I only go to the ones that matter. That's fair, but when it's your wife's best friend's wedding, you kind of have to, don't you? Plus, she's also my friend, so like, it makes it a little bit of a you got to go to this wedding. If you haven't, by the way, I'd hugely appreciate you popping a like on the stream. That's always much appreciated. I'll be lighter on my feet once my hair's been trimmed. I will, and the thing is, it's also like aerodynamic. So the plan is immediately before the charity match, I'm just going to go bald. And nobody will be able to catch me because I'll be I'm one of the younger players anyway, but I'm going to be a real young boy, and I'm also going to be sleek. I'm not only going to be like head shaven, I'm going to like oil up my scalp so the air just drifts off me. You know, I'll be like full F1 car in a wind tunnel mode. That's the idea. If it doesn't work, if it turns out to be complete nonsense, then nonsense it is, you know? It's fine. What was the question I was going to ask? Will Leeds beat Swansea? Yes. With ease. No. It'll be a draw. Or no. We will lose. I do not believe we will lose. But it needs to be an option, because otherwise people would complain at me. 7 to 10 days before the wedding is optimum period. Fair to bed in without it looking obvious. You stalled it for the end. That's a good call. I like it. It's a good sort of middle ground, isn't it? What have you missed? I'm going bald. Don't tell Kayla. For the charity match specifically. I will potentially miss the Plymouth match, which is devastating. I don't know what else. Yeah. Oh, and also a plug for Match Bingo, which is right here. And a little bit of, I think I mentioned something charity matchy, but no, it was only Leeds Bros saying that they can beat us in the charity match, and the fact that playing Swansea is a good time to play them because they're not on especially good form right now, which is wonderful for us because they are relatively easy to break through. We just need to make that happen fairly effectively. And my nice new shiny predicted lineup graphic that I'm going to start doing. Ooh, would you look at that? Leeds predicted lineup with Melier, Strauch, Rodon, Bogle, Firpo, Tanaka, Ampadu, Aronson, James, Solomon, and Piru. And I think I got the numbers right as well, and I did it from memory, which is spectacular. Very happy with it. I'll be twins with Joe Wayne. No, because he can grow a beard. I can't, which is a shame. I did shave this morning, though. Ooh, more smooth. Look at that. You can't tell the difference, but it is smoother and less patchy. And scoring a free kick, don't forget. This is the thing, right? Do you expect to be able to have a free kick? Is my question. Because I don't know who's going to land on your team, but there's some good players in there. And the position that you said that you want to play is not a traditional free kick taking position. So I think you've made the argument tough for yourself. In the warm-up, maybe. Because I'm going to institute a rule of each team is going to have... Because we've got a couple of people that can actually play in net. And then everyone else is just like, if I'm hurt, I'll go in goal. So we're instituting a rule where each team can have their goalkeeper for 45 minutes. And that's it. The rest of the match... someone else goes in. I don't know who will go in. It's whoever that team wants to. But in fact, OLB, going to ping you a thing. There you go. Joe and Gull will be like the parting of the Red Sea. Yeah, but the fun part about the parting of the Red Sea is all the stuff that moves being the water. So in this case, the ball goes wide. So the ideal world is I go in net for the first 45 minutes. Everyone just misses everything. And then for the second half, I don't care how many we concede, but I've had a clean sheet. And that's what counts to me. Drop an exclusive. Are we on the same team? I don't know the teams. This is the thing. We've not done the draft yet. I know there's a draft. It's very exciting. And at said draft, we will announce the team names. We will ideally be able to show off kits. And we'll run through the teams, and that'll be good fun. But I cannot drop an exclusive yet. I'm sorry. I literally cannot. Because it doesn't exist. I'd be scared. I want to be able, like, it would be nice to have the option, right? It'd be good to at least maybe think, yeah, I could grow a beard. Like, it'd be lovely. One saying, I've been asked if I'd like a Greggs for lunch, and the answer is obviously yes. Because Greggs is delicious. Everyone loves a Greggs. This is the thing, you're calling it left full. No. Left back, come on. Don't you bring your dialect in here. Cool, right. Seeing that one. When can I buy tickets? Thus far undecided. We will find out. But I will let you know as soon as I know. Put Joe Wayman in goal. You lose Sean the Plymouth Farke. Yeah, that'll do. We'll get Daniel Farke sacked by putting Joe Wayman in net, who is not the tallest of men. So all you got to do is put it top bins, and it's going to be a struggle. I think a full beard might suit me very well. No, absolutely not. Not for me. Not for me. I don't think that works. Overlapping and not getting back type of left fullback. Oh my god, you've gone full Firpo. What a way to be. I mean, that's how you do it, isn't it? It's full on wing back madness. God love my winger, he'll have to work hard. Yeah, I don't. Again, we don't know who your winger's going to be yet, but imagine. If it's me, like in my second half, I don't know where I'm playing outfield or anything like that. But if it does end up being me, I'm not tracking back, to be clear with you. Like, admittedly, I will have only played like 45 minutes outfield, but I'm not tracking back. That's not happening. Let's have a quick look at the poll, see how it's going. 69% of you, hey, funny number, think that Leeds will, never mind, 71% of you, believe that Leeds will beat Swansea. 24% think that it's a draw, and only 6% think that we lose, which is a pretty decent, like, I thought we'd have more people scared by now, which is a good spot for us to be in. We're unspooked, we're confident, we're happy, we're rolling, we're balling. Everything's great. I'm liking it. I think we win this. 74% think we win, and only 5% think we lose. I think that's one vote. That is one vote. I'm enjoying this. I think we're genuinely going to have a fantastic match against Swansea, and I'm very confident. Very happy. I'm assuming you know the players' preferred positions. Absolutely, I know the players' preferred positions. If I didn't, we'd be in deep trouble. That would be a problem. But I'm just going to have a quick read of a thing to make sure of something. There we go. But yeah, if for the Swansea match, by the way, you fancy doing something a little bit different, perhaps the match is boring to you because you don't like Farke ball, so let's do something on the side. You can give Match Bingo a go. If you get a Match Bingo card, you can track various things like corners and yellow cards and fouls and shots and all that kind of stuff, and potentially get a cash prize from it. They are also sponsoring the charity match, which is very, very helpful from them. Thank you very much, Match Bingo. Much appreciated. You are helping the event to happen at all, which is spectacular. But yeah, if you are going to be watching the match and you want to do a little something to spice it up, head over to Match Bingo and pick yourself up a card, and it'll be a very, very nice time. I won't be doing a watch along, but I will also be playing along. So it's good fun. I won't be doing a watch along because I'm working at the same time. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be stressful. Am I the only one that feels Firpo is rude to Tanaka? I have literally never noticed Junior Firpo being rude to Tanaka. Is that a thing? I've never seen that happen. Unless I'm just not paying attention. It's genuinely a potential thing that I'm just not watching. But I've never noticed an issue with Firpo and Tanaka. I think they're fine, right? Anyone else spotted that? Or is that just... Oh, I'm absolutely going to be telling him. This is going right in the group chat. Like, now. You are in trouble. Yeah, me neither. I've not seen anything that says that Tanaka and Firpo have an issue. Which is weird. Forgot the game I might see Joe. Which Joe? Me, Joe, or other Joe? Because I'm not going to Swansea. I'm there at Preston. I'm there at... What's after Preston? Hold on. Home matches. Swansea, Preston. Then... Is it Luton? Is Luton the other home game? Then Bristol? Did we already play Luton at home? I think we played Luton away. Let's have a look. Ah, we already played Luton at home. So it's Swansea, Preston, Stoke, Bristol City. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That works. Charity game. Okay. Yeah, if you got the charity game, you'll see everyone. Like, you'll see as many people as were free on their day. Anyway, hanging my washing out whilst listening to this, mate. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to be of entertainment. Happy to be of service. Happy to be a little bit of a background noise radio boy. I feel like Matt is very much not likely to hang out your washing as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you guys for hanging out over this lunchtime. It's much appreciated. I might do another stream later if I'm feeling it. Probably record a video for either the morning or later on. But I need to have a phone call about Greg's. So I hope you enjoyed. Pop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not yet. You could even become a channel member or like, super chat and stuff like that. All that money is going to the charity match at the moment until the charity match happens, which is massively appreciated, guys. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later today. We'll find out. Toodaloo.